Welcome back, everybody, to What Do You Do podcast.
What do I do? Remember that tune? Yeah. What you do? Welcome back, everybody, to episode number 50. Now, that's a half century of the Sweet Science podcast. With your boy, Fat Mouse. Who else we got in here?
I'm Cash with a K and not a C.
Mad. All right, so first and foremost, I'm pink today. I'm pink today because I'm using this moisturizer, yeah?
Tenderized.
Which is just bullering me. I've got a rash. I've got a wash. I've got a rash from this thing that I've been using. It's like Vaseline oil. It's a bit weird, man. Still cocoa butter oil. Cocoa oil. Blood. This is what happens when technology goes too far. It starts giving you rashes, bruv. Anyway, that's the first and last for me. I'm pink and I'm itching.
Pinching.
Still. Pigeon. But yeah, alright, so this is dropping a day late, number one. Number two, this is being recorded. The day it was meant to drop, which was yesterday, which is Tuesday. Yeah? We're recording this Tuesday. Blood, my ears are ringing as well. Tuesday. This is actually the time it's supposed to drop as well. Cash and I've been away for the weekend in Manchester. Had a couple of things to do up there. I packed everything. Now there's a lot to pack. Yeah? Because we usually, obviously, as you've seen, we've filmed wherever we're staying, we record there. And this time round, I got to put my hands up and say I was an idiot. I was charging my laptop overnight and I forgot the charger at home. Tried to go find one. I couldn't find a charger anywhere in Manchester. I found 100 different chargers. None of them fit this laptop. Clearly need to change their chargers. You right there, mate?
Sorry, is this something that's on my chin?
Yeah, something on your chin? You want to punch it off?
Fix it? Is it fix it? What do I do?
So yeah, we're back now. Anyway, the good news is, like I said, we're still here. The bad news is, we ain't going nowhere. And what was you saying? Did you have anything to say?
Just hate you?
I don't even know. The weather is crazy.
I just hate you?
It's fine because I feel the same. 50 episodes in, man. This is crazy. But I was going to say something, bruv. Idiot.
Weather.
Yeah, the weather's been crazy. The weather has been mad. Hopefully it lasts, innit? Because I don't know if it's going to last. I was up north. Usually it's chapping there. It's freezing. The sun was just beaming down on, man. It was something glorious. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, and strange, for some strange reason, we took some scenic route.
Oh.
Google took us on some
It took us on a mad route, but blood. The
scenic green route.
It was like Lord of the Rings, but not like the scary part, you know, the nice part. It was like that, bruv. The Shires. I said, You ain't seen Lord of the Rings, have you? Good. I seen one of them. It was a waste of my time.
I've seen one, but I don't remember 3
hours of BS,
What I remember is Frodo.
And it was trees. Remember the trees were walking? Yeah, Frodo Baggins and Bilbo Baggins. And their feet are clapped. Yeah, man. While we was there, we did manage to watch Mortal Kombat, the movie. It's alright still. It was actually busting up. Kano was very, very funny in there.
Kano's hilarious.
Because we did say again we was going to watch it, so we did. And
a bit late, but we still did it.
Is it late though?
It's not that, a couple of weeks, I think.
That's calm. That's not late then, innit? It's just when we got round to watching it. But yeah, it was
funny.
I enjoyed the whole thing. Like I wasn't expecting it to be dead. I watched the other ones. Actually, I've probably seen a bit of one, and I just thought this is whack. But this one was genuinely quite.
It's more
satirical.
Yes, and there's less of the long, pure martial art fighting, and it's more.
It's just like random things,
quick endings, and just,
it's just quick
it was a bit too much. It was too fast. I wanted to see a few more. Longer and more exciting
you like that kind of stuff though. No, see, I'm
it's just the way Mortal Kombat's meant to be though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
originally.
Like they all did their special moves in it, which was sick. Like the guy with the hat did the hat thing. The guy with the fireballs did the kick thing. Yeah.
Kung Pao.
Kano did the eye thing. Who else? Come over here or get over here. Get over here. So it was sick, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Sonya did her little gun thing with her hand.
I can't remember that. Oh yeah, she got the thing in it. Yeah.
Melina's body.
Yeah, so you know what I mean, like, and my man was there with the 4 arms. You know, I was so impressed with this youth, man. Mashallah, like he just knows everybody's name. What was his name? Zorro.
Legend of Zorro.
Which one is it?
Goro.
Is it Goro?
Yeah.
Bare arms. I did want to see Baraka. That would have been crazy because he just
the Tarkatan Warriors will be back.
There you go, Tartan. Tartan Warriors.
Tartan. Already.
But yeah, without further ado, let's proceed with proceedings, shall we?
I just want to say one thing, yeah? Obviously, it's the first week of the month, which obviously means one thing.
This is the time.
And again, I have to shout Mouse out because he always does it. Wherever we are, it doesn't matter where we are, what time it is, the weather, it doesn't matter. He always knows where we need to go for dessert. And he's done it again.
Absolutely.
The floor is yours.
So I did. I came through. I had to do it. So we grabbed this today. Okay? But we grabbed it from Manchester. We knew that we were going to be in Manchester. I planned to pod in Manchester. And obviously, push came to shove and we couldn't do so. But I wanted as much as possible to make it authentic for your asses. So, bam, here we are. It's a little plastic bag. It's made it 198 miles or however far it is from man. Okay, from one city to another. And today's dessert is, it sounds like I'm doing some mad dramatic thing, but I'm just trying to remember the name. Okay, so the dessert was from a place which I researched whilst there, and it came up on Google, and they're a relatively new company, relatively new business. Started in July, they got bullied by the lockdown, but you know, but they're called Pink Ladies Desserts. Now, there's an assumption of genders there, isn't there? But Pink Ladies, obviously, pink's my favorite color. We all know this already, and you know, desserts is also my favorite meal. So
the most surprising thing is when you go in there, their skin color is pink.
The ladies are pink.
They're all pink.
Actual, like strawberry.
Pink humans.
Yeah. Nah, but the place looks dank. We'll try to find some pictures. It does look really nice. It's just a small little place.
It's a family business, isn't it? It's a small family business. Little cafe kind of thing.
It's a small thing. So I don't know Manchester like that, innit? But this place is called Denton. Denton apparently is Manchester, but like one of them ones where you're kind of surrounding counties, innit? Like Harrow, where your postcode isn't Manchester or NW or S or SW, whatever. Do you get me? So it was one of them ones. But it was even that route. Like the weather makes everything amazing. You could be driving through a slum and it would look dank because of the sun. It's crazy. Anyway, that's Pink Ladies Desserts for you up in Denton. So if you're watching around them sides there, it's worth it in terms of, well, we'll tell you right now if it's worth it, innit? It's worth going there to have a look at least at the decor. Looks dank.
I did get a coffee from there. It was quite nice.
Yep.
And I also had a brownie.
Oh, you did? I failed to mention that.
And it was amazing.
So this is yours. So Cash got the
Lotus drip cake.
Oh,
man, dripping with
kill 'em.
sauce.
And I got
sugar.
the what go on?
Hate that, but it's calm. It still looks amazing.
Scrape it off.
Have you got pictures? You took pictures.
A picture.
Wow. See?
Pistachio drip cake.
Oh.
I like pistachio, innit? Look at that.
Pistachio.
Bam. Gustavo.
Lewis.
Ooh.
I hope you don't fall.
Oh no, I hope I don't fall. All right, cool. Here you go.
That's gonna be banging.
Then you're gonna take that first. You might as well.
So look, there's
pistachio.
The crust of it, and the juice is just
icing,
stuck on top. The icing.
Bamba.
And look at that. Look, watch this.
Oh, we.
I'm gonna eat it backwards. Watch this.
Nice.
I'm not gonna bite it. I'm gonna lick it.
You
like
eat that from behind. Thank. All right, good. So this is pistachio. Oh wow.
It smells
blood. You know what? The cake already.
Shout out Sugar Shane Mosley Jr. When we did discuss the desserts about keeping them or not, the Sugar Man himself said they gotta stay.
He did say that.
So this is in honor of you,
Smashed
sir.
it. Okay. Wow. This is dank still. This is nice. I'm gonna hit another piece. Though.
Wow.
It is crazy.
So
I want to try this thing in the middle, wherever that is. So let me break it down. Yeah?
And everything's homemade, by the way.
Everything's homemade. Everything's homemade. You got pistachios, pistachio sauce or icing. The thing is sliced in half. There's some sort of pistachio syrup in the middle. You know, to break things up a little bit. I would say 100%, and I say this every week, it would go better with a coffee because it's just a little bit thick, but that's because I'm taking
Huge bites.
huge bites.
It is very thick. You can hear it in our throats.
But I do like this, man. I like the. It's very interesting. It's very, very interesting. Pistachio, that flavour as a whole, has been making moves, and it's been making waves recently. Like people are just all over it. Like you can get everything pistachio now, which is interesting. I think it probably started with the ice cream, but that's been around. And then
people start making milkshakes,
waffles,
milk cakes,
crepes.
There's new night crepes out, by the way. Pistachio shoe colour. Hopping on fall.
But the cake is just a standard cake, isn't it? The cake itself.
But it's a nice cake. It's like soft cake.
It's like pound cake.
Yes, correct cake.
To the point where I believe it might just be pound cake.
Alright, from Jay-Z.
What?
His song, Pound Cake? Was it Jay-Z? Drake? I think I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not going to stop talking for the rest of the episode.
I don't know. Let's find out.
No. Yeah, it is Jay-Z.
Okay, probably.
I hope so.
Point. Okay.
Moment of truth.
Okay, it's not.
Drake and...
It's Drake. That's why I don't know this crap. Who is this you? Jay-Z, Ellie Goulding, and Jimmy Smith.
Ellie Goulding.
I don't know.
What do I do?
I don't know it. I don't know who Drake
Yeah,
is.
you've definitely heard
Drake?
it. Jay-Z, Drake.
Wow. Wow.
Wow. This is amazing.
The inciting, the syrup on the inside is so, it's needed. It's needed. Honestly, that was a stroke of genius. That particular, whatever is in there, it's amazing.
He's stank. He is very stank.
I like this a lot, you know. I like this a lot. Again, it would be dank with a coffee. Not here for the coffee. If I be wearing a coffee. Right. Okay. Pistachio sauce is a little bit thick. That's an 8 out of 10. That's an 8 out of 10. That's good. That's very good. I did try the pistachio milkshake, sorry. That was also phenomenal.
Did you do appearance?
Oh, no. Forgot.
Just calm. You're too hungry and too excited.
100%. We came straight from Manny here, bruv. You crazy. Straight to Wembley. Wembley. All right, cool. Appearance.
I think for both of us, it's going to be the same.
7. Is it?
Yeah.
Did I just force you to answer?
No, I would have said about 7. I thought yours looked better than mine. I would have thought you would have given yours 8. But 7's a good shout.
7 is just there, innit? It looks good.
Because it doesn't look like an
special.
average. It's slightly above. Like it looks nice. If you look at it, it looks... Because it's a bit bullied because of the box and we've been driving. So it's just kind of...
But check them out on Instagram anyway, and you'll see what the place looks like and what the cake looks like. 7 out of 10 for that, and then 8 out of 10 for the taste. I enjoyed that a lot. I really, really did. Like it would be perfect with a coffee. Again, keep saying this, that shouldn't affect it. But obviously, if I had something to sip, it would be dank. But yeah, I enjoyed that, man. Do you like pistachio flavour?
Yeah, I do. I do like pistachio a lot.
You see, it's quite thick though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's banging.
Even this one, mine's too thick as well, but again, it's because I need like a glass of milk or coffee. I've got water anyway, but
water don't give it justice. Trying to dilute your cake, bruv.
So, but for me, I'm going to give it a 8.5 out of 10. It is very, very nice.
It is nice, isn't it?
Unfortunately, the only problem is I am not as hungry as I probably should be.
Why not, bruv? Man's got a bellyache.
I just had a lot of water in the car, and it's just kind of made my stomach full. So
swishy and swashy.
I think if I was more hungry, it'd probably be a 9.
Serious? I see what you mean by that.
It's pretty nice though. 8.5. Good, solid.
I enjoyed mine a lot still.
But that's that. That's the dessert done for the week.
For the month.
Jinx Pascal, Jinx Pascal.
Crazy though that we're not doing it again for a whole month. What's the date today? It's the 1st of June right now.
Literally, exactly. Yeah, stank.
That's crazy. But yeah.
Imagine we just.
That was a decision that we had to. That was a decision I had to make to save my life. Genuinely, man's spiraling out of control. Weight wise, I'm not feeling it, and eating habit wise, like I am becoming. I say becoming like it's not been established. I have become an absolute, genuinely like an animal, blood. So I have to just stop it. So this is one step towards change. Positive change.
All halfway there, you're pink. You're almost a pig.
It's crazy, isn't it, bruv? I'm pink, bruv, and I'm itching. This is not good, man.
Going.
Anyway, last
Try
time
not
I'm
to,
using this thing anyway. But yeah, that's that.
I like that we said you've become an animal. You've become more of an animal.
I've become more of an animal, blood.
It's like Wolverine. Up and don't fall.
But yeah, that's that. This weekend was interesting, man.
It was a non-existent MMA weekend.
Yeah,
we didn't have any of the UFC. Had a little break. Dana deserves a break. But the boxing was back.
Boxing was back.
I'm back in full effect.
What are you kicking off with?
We'll start off with the main event. So we go to the Michelob Ultra Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. And we had the return of the Dream, Devin Haney, WBC lightweight champion, taking on Jorge El Nino Linares.
It's
It is El Nino.
Golden Boy, bruv.
El Nino.
El Nino Oro, whatever it is.
Yeah.
However you say golden. In Spanish. Yeah.
So
Aurelian.
yes,
Something like that. I made that up.
I believe so.
But yeah,
it sounds like that.
It's around there still.
Around them sides.
But
there.
yeah.
WBC titles on the line. Do we say he's the WBC champion? Obviously, Teofimo Lopez.
How is he not?
It's just weird. I don't understand. When Tio fought for all the belts,
He was fighting
it was
for
all the belts.
But it's just let's put the belts to the side because this stuff just doesn't. I don't understand it.
This is why I agree that there are too many belts in boxing. There are too many belts.
If there need to be 4 governing bodies, yeah, that's fine. But why have they got diamond belt, pearl belt, flipping sand belt? Like it's just too many. Timing belt,
silver belt, emerald champion.
Emerald,
like it's just too
get out
much.
here, man.
Keep it full. And then like for example, WBA they've got regular champion, super champion. Like it just makes it.
Yeah,
You lose the value of being
jarring,
the champ. You know, you got guys claiming they're world champions when they're not. But Devin Haney is the WBC lightweight champion.
He is. You know what? You can't even deny that, man.
And based on his performance on the weekend, I have to confirm that he is the WBC champion, and I am happy to see him as that.
Do you have to confirm that he? Okay, so
An amazing fight.
Let's break it down.
An amazing
a phenomenal fight, a phenomenal performance. Like genuinely, a great performance. Now, a champion does what he needs to do to get through, which is what he did, and that's why he's the champion. Champion doesn't have to always have a flawless
victory.
Exactly, it doesn't have to be flawless. It wasn't. It was. I want to say it was near flawless.
It was up until 9th round.
That doesn't make sense, then, innit? That's the thing, because that
was near. Like you said, it was
you
near
can't
flawless.
say near flawless. You can't say, yo, I passed my driving test, but I got 1 major. Then you didn't pass. You get me? Like you can't. It was a big mistake. So he got hit. That's fine. He got rocked. What was the hand that actually?
Right hand. It was a straight right hand that caught him right in the chin.
Just towards the end of the 10th round.
It was like the bell basically.
Hobbled back to his corner.
He did the stanky leg.
He did the stanky leg for real. Like it was just about. And he took a while to recover. He needed the whole entire round 11 or 11th round to recover. But the problem with his recovery was he didn't do it in a way where...
In a smart way.
In a smart way, in an experienced way.
Yes.
Do you get me? You could tell there was an experience. I could see it. Like, oh, I think it's clear for everybody to see. Literally what he did was roll, clinch.
It wasn't even clinch. It was like a rugby,
It was grab. No, he went shot for the takedown.
He was shooting for a takedown, basically.
You know, but that's because he doesn't want to be in harm's way. He doesn't want to be in the way of or within his reach.
No, but I'm just saying the way he was doing it was so...
It was
again,
so amateurish and so desperate. I'm not taking anything away. Everything was... I'm purely breaking this particular thing down because in round 11, he was at risk of losing everything. He was at risk of losing everything. The fight, his title, his reputation, everything. Yeah, it was a big fight anyway. It's a tough fight anyway. We always knew it would be. But all Linares had to do is just catch him with an uppercut because he did the same thing every single time. Roll, grab, roll, grab, roll, grab. He did it countless times. And as soon as they break, the ref breaks him up,
he'd be running into
he did the exact same thing again.
Yeah.
The exact same thing. All he needed to do, literally, a little bit faster on his feet, Linares, and then just catch him with a big fat uppercut and put him to sleep. Because he was gone. He did what he needed to do. I don't want to say a more experienced fighter because Linares has that experience. A less tired fighter, would have been able to capitalize on that and take the win, take the complete W. Devin Haney did show that one small chink in his armor, but that is something that he should learn himself and learn of himself and change.
But this is the thing though as well, is I can't even so going into the fight, I was saying to Mouse, because based on his last performance, I said I don't really rate Haney that highly. I don't think I rate him. I wasn't sure on him. Mouse was telling me, no, listen, this guy is the real deal. He is quality. You'll see this. Trust me. And I was like, every time I've seen him fight, I've just been a bit iffy.
Yeah.
Like with Teofimo, I've seen
but then
superstar.
you're expecting the craziest of fights every time.
No. I'm not expecting like wars and him to do this. I'm just expecting a bit more from him because he's got a big marketing, but he's got a big following behind him. Do you know what I mean?
I hear that.
He's got a name behind him. He's built on the zone. Eddie Hearn's behind him. So I was expecting, it comes with the territory, I guess. But from round one, I was like, I said to you, I was like, bro, this guy is hard.
Yeah, he's like, well, hold on, is he good? Is he actually good? I was like, man, come on, man.
I didn't realize he was that quick. I didn't realize he was that sharp. I didn't realize his punches were so accurate and beautiful.
Yes, he times them well. He finds them well.
And the only thing, because obviously, Mouse, you mentioned chink in the armor, and I don't even know if it's a chink in the armor. I think it's more so that he wanted to engage. Like from round one, he was doing that. They both were. He was outlanding him and outscoring him.
Yeah.
But Linares was catching him with shots the whole fight.
Yeah, no, he was just that one. He was happy to engage.
Juicy right hand.
That's not the chink in the armor. That's not the issue. Everybody's gonna get hit.
I just think he went in with the wrong game plan. I think he wanted to take him out.
No, that's not even the wrong game plan. Everything was fine. It's just he didn't know how to deal with that situation. He got through by the skin of his teeth. He made it through by the skin of his teeth.
No, I think what I'm saying is I think he made it a bit more difficult than he could have for himself.
Yeah, no doubt.
He was staying in the pocket a bit too long.
He wanted to see
that his dad was telling
fares with someone like that.
Bill was saying to him the whole time, he's got power.
Yeah,
he's like, what was he saying? You got power? And he's like, no, he ain't got no power.
Got power. Yeah.
And it's like, your dad's telling you, even Ben Davison's telling you, you got a very good corner. A very good corner. Use that. But again, it's just the inexperience. It's the bright lights, and he's gonna learn from it. It's good it happened now, than 5 fights down the line.
Exactly, and it's good that he's still got the win. Do you get me? It's good that he's still got the win.
He was getting booed a lot, which is, I think it's unfair.
I was fuming at what he's doing.
Yeah, of course, it was frustrating.
He just, again, in hindsight, he had to do what he had to do to get through the fight.
Again, I think it's because you mentioned it looked so amateurish that everyone was getting annoyed. If he did it smart, because he would do it and it would be breaking up instantly.
He wasn't even throwing punches coming into it.
If he was working on the inside a little bit and he was holding him for a bit longer than a second or two, you could get away with it. But because it was
literally roll, grab, and hold. Roll, grab, and hold.
And
roll,
it
grab,
happened about 15 times.
It was so 10 much times in that round, at least.
Even the ref was. I think the ref warned him.
The ref breaks them apart. And then he does it again straight away. That's desperation.
Yeah, the ref didn't warn him. No, the ref warned Linares for hitting on the back of the head, I think it was.
Yeah, you're right. I was expecting him to.
Yeah, because we said, it's like, what do you expect him to do if the guy keeps ducking and jumping at you?
Yeah.
What do you expect? Linares is trying to knock this guy out. He's losing on the cards. He's only got one option now. I'm trying to get him out of there. But yeah, I don't know. The holding rule is a bit different.
It was a mad round. And it was a mad reaction to being rocked. But again, the end result was a W, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's just, you now go back, look at that, look at the tape, download the data from yourself and understand how to deal with these things better. Your dad's there, you've got someone who knows what they're doing, he'll be able to, you can't really train it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to try and do this and that. It's just instinctive. It's instinctive. All I can do is grab, because what you do is when you know when a fighter's tired because they go to hold you, isn't it? So this is all he knows.
Yeah.
He hasn't had to deal with it before. Hide it. You're meant to hide it. You're meant to move around. You're fast. You're quick on your feet. You got good footwork. Move around. Do you get me? Move around and don't let him land. Don't keep going into him, because again, you were susceptible to a fat counter uppercut. Secondly, it was just like, it was clear. The more you do that, the clearer it is where he's tired. Not only is he tired, he is desperate. He is absolutely desperate. I believe if Linares had any left in his tank, he would have just thrown a few wild punches and potentially taken you out.
But I have to give a big shout out and credit to Linares as well, because
absolutely,
even though he was losing the fight, he was losing the fight, he stayed competitive throughout every single round.
Yes. Yeah.
He threw back as much as he
that's
could.
The difference.
And again, you don't take credit with Linares is still elite. Linares is still one of the best in the division.
Mm-hmm.
He's given these guys some of the toughest fights. When Lomachenko was looking unbeatable, he dropped him, bro. And he beat him in a couple of the rounds. Mm-hmm. Again, I think he's been in there with everybody in that division, literally.
Yeah.
So you can't take anything away from him. I like his corner as well, Devin.
Yeah,
I rate Bill Haney, his father, a lot. I think he's very underrated. I think he doesn't get the credit he deserves.
Unfortunately, yeah, when we're watching the fight, you can't hear too much of what's going on in the corner because there's advertising going on at the same time, which really annoys me because for 90% of, okay, maybe not, but a huge percentage of the fight is what's being said in the corner each time. And I hate that they advertise over it.
Especially the fact that they've got Ben Davison in the corner as well.
This is exactly it. He didn't say much, though. He was just nodding or shaking his head, and occasionally he'll throw in a couple of words. And to be honest, I would rather have Ben Davison over Bill Haney, but as in speaking to me, telling me what to do, advising me. But then that's his dad, so do you get me? It's like, well, this is my son. I'm his dad. He's my dad. He knows me better than anyone. Sometimes that's not a good thing.
Because I think sometimes it can get complicated father-son relationship in the corner. Yeah. But then again, sometimes it can blossom. And again, there was
an issue with them, like where his dad stepped down.
Yeah, I remember
until he called him back.
But they're back on track now.
Yeah,
great win. And now they're looking at maybe having if Teofimo Lopez beats George Kambosos, they're looking at that super fight.
I think that's going to be made.
Has to be made.
Teo said if
Teo will take it.
Teo wants it. And
I think Devin will as well.
Teo said, I'm going to make him my mandatory. Right? And now Devin is saying, Devin did an AJ and said, well, if it's Teo, then I'll take him. I understand that's how it works because you're not the shot caller, yeah? But don't say it like that. Say, I want Teo. Do you understand? He's got all the belts. You should be gunning for him. Not, if it's going to be him, then they'll do it. Nah, man.
The thing is in that division,
sick. I'm like that. Like you got to call it out with a bit of conviction.
Do you know what I think? It's difficult. It's difficult because there's so many good fights in that division.
Of course.
And everyone wants to fight each other.
Like look what's his name.
But
said.
Does Ryan want to fight them?
Yeah, Ryan said I'd have put you to sleep, bro. He said if he goes look if I caught you.
But they were meant to fight before.
Yeah, I know.
They were meant to. He was his mandatory.
But he was saying no.
Ryan and Luke Campbell.
He's a nobody.
Ryan and Luke Campbell fought for the WBC mandatory spot.
Yeah.
Luke won. He became the mandatory.
Yeah.
They offered him the fight and he declined it.
And who declined it?
Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, I know, because he's saying he's a nobody. Like he's got no name.
But why would you fight for the mandatory spot?
It's crazy. But now it's a bigger fight anyway. To be honest,
of course, it's a bigger fight.
Move. It was a clever move to do.
And then you've obviously got Tank hanging around there. You got Shakur Stevenson in and around.
There's a lot of names there, man. There are a lot. Like that division is actually
the young American kids are just taking over.
They're just there. That's exactly. And like Tio said, it's not the takeover just for me. Takeover for everyone in my kind of age range and generation. And I think, right, that's sick. Sick. It's crazy. Well done, Devin. I have to say, I did appreciate the fact that he said, I'd like to thank God, Allah. I had to go do some research, and it turns out his father, Bill Haney, and his younger brother reverted. Well, they became Muslim earlier on in this month, in May. In May, innit?
No, I think it was in March.
Relatively recently, anyway. Earlier this year.
Maybe quite recently.
So we don't know if Devin did it or not, but seems like
the fact he mentioned it anyway
I do respect that a lot.
It's a very good thing. It's phenomenal. A blessing anyway. So
so well done for that. And then we had a gentleman that we interviewed. It was, of course, Sugar Shane Mosley Jr. Okay, Sugar Man. He fought Jason Quigley. That was a very good, very close fight, very competitive fight. It could have gone either way. I think Shane did. I think Shane. How do I say it? It's like there are a few things that maybe could have changed, a little bit more activity. But to be honest, when he was, I'll tell you what it is. When Shane turned up the heat, Jason just turned up slightly more, almost every time. And that's the problem. It's like, I don't know if he meant to, but every time Shane turns up the heat, comes in with some decent combinations.
See, I don't know if I saw that though.
No, I did.
Early on, anyway, I don't think I saw that. I think later on when Shane got tired, I saw that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Okay.
But I don't know if early on I thought Shane dominated early on.
He did. The first few rounds
I think it was a tale of two fights. It was someone landing.
I hear that. I'm focusing on the latter half or the later half of the.
I'm just trying to remember it now in my head, and the way I saw it was someone landing harder shots versus someone landing
more
volume.
Mm-hmm.
It could have gone either way. 100%, it could have gone either way. It could have been a draw. It was that tight, that close.
I saw it being a draw. I thought, okay, first one was called a draw. I was like, yeah, you know what?
I could see it that way.
It's quite fair to make it a
split
draw.
decision. It could have gone either, like literally. It could both of them could have won, could have lost, and again, draw. It wouldn't have made it would have been a fair result either way. You couldn't have argued it. So it's difficult. Again, it was a tale of two fights, two halves. I saw early on anyway. I saw Shane look sharp.
Very.
And Jason looked like he started off slow, but then he started to warm up and Shane started to slow down. And I think eventually, instead of meeting in the middle, because again, Shane was up here, Jason was here, it kind of went like that, and you'd expect it to stay like that. But as Shane got more tired, Jason started to get a second wind. And that's where I think Jason started to edge the second half of the fight. That makes sense? Both halves were very close, but Jason's half looked better because Shane was more tired. Does that make any more sense?
That makes a lot more sense. It does.
Shane was getting caught with unnecessary shots.
Those were frustrating. Because
he wasn't getting hurt. He didn't ever look hurt, to me anyway. He was smiling and shrugging.
He's losing, but that doesn't...
But he's losing in the eyes of the judges.
Exactly.
I don't know. But, sorry,
It's cool. But yeah, a very good fight. Both fighters showed proper grit and so much respect after as well because they knew they had just gone to war.
I would love to see it again.
I would too. I don't think Quigley's going to give it to him. I don't think he's going to.
Jason, he wants to move on, innit? He wants to move on.
Why would he give it to him?
But if he can't find the big fights, then I think you should make that fight again. It's a good fight.
It was a very good fight. Very good fight.
They could fight 10 times and I wouldn't know who'd win every single time. It would be a different result every time. I
don't know how many different results can you have, but
it'd be like one win, one draw, one win, draw, one draw.
Exactly.
It was that type of a fight. They're very evenly matched,
and that's a good thing. It's not like they're evenly matched because they're both lack skill or vice versa, or it was like they're very good. They're in there, and it's like they're very evenly matched. Like they're both ready for. Championship fights, but they're evenly matched. So it's like literally who's going to get there first. Jason got it this time. If they rematch, we don't even know how it's going to go. It's very, very close. Am I making sense at all?
I can't see them stopping each other.
It's crazy, man. It's like a mirror match almost, but it's not because they're very different.
But congrats to Jason Quigley. You are now the NABO middleweight champion.
Very emotional as well with his reaction.
Yeah.
He goes.
He was.
This is what he's been working
through a hard time. But he did what he had to do.
Absolutely.
And he got the dub. And obviously Shane took it like a gentleman as always.
What a gentleman.
And said he'll be back. He said, I don't take these losses too hard. I'll be back. I'll be back in the gym and I'll be getting the work in again.
Yeah. So. And to be honest, that is the mentality. Like you're gonna experience losses. 100%. Don't think, oh my God, how did I lose? Now what do I do? Do you understand me?
What do I do?
It's like, okay, cool. Part of the game. You win some, you lose some. Do you get me? Your career isn't defined by one fight, unless it's a career-defining fight. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's not. So you take the loss. But cool. Come back stronger.
Yeah, it's true.
Come back stronger.
Speaking of career-defining fights and what could be a career-defining fight, this weekend we've got FLOYD Mayweather versus Logan Paul.
That's mad.
In Miami, Florida.
That is so crazy. Logan
Paul, 0-1. Will take on FLOYD Mayweather, 50-0.
No. But he's been working hard for the past 12 months,
No, bro. He's been focusing on Mayweather for 8 months, bro.
8 months focusing on FLOYD Mayweather, nothing else.
12 months, bro. 12 months of boxing. I'm a master.
Bro, you got to overlook all that 12 months of work.
Come on, bro. Have you seen his size? Seen how strong and big he is?
It's weird, though, because... That 12 months thing is silly, yeah, because Logan Paul is talking about, I've been focused. All my focus these past 12 months has been this: free sparring sessions a week, training every day. Okay, cool, but mate, there are people that could spend a year. There are actual professional boxers, like bona fide opponents that could have spent a year training for probably did spend a year training for Mayweather, and they couldn't do it. Yes, Mayweather's older. Mayweather unfortunately looks a lot older because of his hair. That new look, that beard and hair, I don't get it. I know he needs to leave it out because obviously it's an implant, isn't it?
Yes,
he needs to leave it out for a while. Hopefully he has enough time to get a trim before the fight. I hope he doesn't get the hair punched off his head because that's going to be mad. He just, whoop. But Mayweather looks a lot older than he is. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. I think
jab to the hair,
body hair movement. What?
I got your hair.
You idiot. I think it's a joke. Congratulations, huge congratulations to Logan. Is his name Logan Paul? Mm-hmm. Logan Paul I know the guy. It's just I'm dead with names. For landing this opportunity, huge congratulations. After your only one fight and a loss, so 0-1 as a professional boxer. So congratulations, Mav. Massive achievement.
100%.
Props to Mayweather, who is making crazy money, and
I remember in an interview he was saying,
"My name is Floyd."
He's like, "My name is Money Mayweather." No, he was saying, like, "I'm done now. I wouldn't put my health at risk anymore. This. Yeah. But to fight a YouTuber, for 100 million,
I had to.
I'll do it. You crazy? I'll do it.
100 million, Bav.
I don't know if that's what he's getting, but that's what he said.
He's getting a lot of money in it. He's getting a lot of money.
Surprised
he's generating a lot of money. But I think he does struggle to stay relevant. He's no longer there. But as a fighter,
his star power has diminished. Let's not lie about it.
Bruv, but he's made smart investments.
What can I say? But he's been out of the game for 5 years. Like, what do you expect? Is that the last time he fought?
Is that when he fought
McGregor? 5 years ago. Yeah, 2016.
But like, that's time ago.
But he only felt quite recent.
Yeah, I thought it was like 2 years ago.
Like, what do you expect? The star power is never going to be the same, obviously, and especially with someone who is so hated.
Yeah.
Like, people are saying his star power is diminished. He needed Logan. Yeah, he might have, but
no, of course he did.
He carried the sport for 20 years by himself. Like, and without Floyd, Logan would never get an opportunity like this in his life.
Yeah, no doubt.
So, like, it just doesn't make sense. And so, I was watching him and True Geordie. They did the podcast yesterday, I believe.
Who's him?
Who?
You said him and True Geordie.
Oh, Logan Paul, sorry. And I liked it. But
you were fuming. What do you mean you liked it, bruv? Let's just be honest. Say it with your chest.
I like the content.
Say it with your chest.
And I like the fact that they were honest about how they felt. They didn't lie or sugarcoat about it. Yeah. But I think it's very basic knowledge of the sport and very basic knowledge, YouTube knowledge or Google knowledge of Mayweather.
Yes.
It was a huge lack of respect. Okay, cool. You can talk about his personal antics, which you may not agree with. That's fine. But then when you start to think and that you start to let that cloud your judgment of him as a fighter and also as a businessman, let's not get it twisted.
That's what I hated the most. Don't ever mock him as a businessman because he makes more money than all three of you combined. Understand?
So, like, okay, he may be 44. He may be 5'6", 5'8". He may be 147, 150 pounds naturally. Mm-hmm. Logan may be bigger, stronger, fitter, faster, longer, whatever you want to say. But you cannot play boxing. And I don't understand this. Again, most of Logan's fans that I've seen, and I'm not hating Logan, I like Logan Paul. I've subscribed to like Impulsive, I'm subscribed to his channels. Like, this guy knows I watch his videos. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? He's very entertaining and I like what he does and I respect what he has done so far in his life. Like, bruv, the guy's come from absolute nothing-ish, like, you know, farmer and whatnot. He's on all his YouTube stuff and now he's a superstar, global superstar. He makes so much money, it's insane. So you got to respect the hustle. I just don't like the fact, again, Logan's not really doing anything wrong.
This is the thing.
Yeah. He's doing what he needs to do. He believes in himself. He thinks he's going to win and that's cool. That's fine. I just don't understand how so many people can be fooled or believe that learning training for 12 months in one specific field will make you better than someone who is the greatest of our generation. It just doesn't make sense, regardless of age. If Mayweather was 60, cool. He's 44, but he's also a 44-year-old who's a gym rat who doesn't stop training.
He's an athlete.
He's always in the gym.
Yeah.
He don't drink alcohol. He don't take drugs. He don't smoke. He has never done that. For someone to be involved with strip clubs and girl every day and that environment, the discipline this guy has had from a childhood, it's been in his blood. His uncle and his father were boxers. It's crazy, not like it's not like it's something new to him and he's just jumped into it. Like, I'm sorry to say, but you can't become this master of the sport.
Yeah, no, but
so
he's
quickly.
been very honest though. I have to rate Jake Paul. He's been very honest and said
Jake Paul.
I mean Logan Paul, sorry. And he said, I do understand that I can lose this fight.
No, that's what I
But
like.
I'm hoping I win it. Like, if I can do this, I've probably just picked him at the perfect time. So he understands that. Do you get me? But I just think that the perfect time is much later on in his life.
100%. No, and he's not fooled by it, and that's what I appreciate in it. Like, I like the fact that he's been honest about it, and he's not doing anything wrong. He's selling the fight the way he needs to sell it. He's believing in himself. He's secluded himself. He's out in Puerto Rico training. He's doing all the right things.
What?
Did I say that?
No, I just said it.
Oh, he's doing all the necessary things to win the fight. People just need to put respect on Floyd's name. And again, true Geordie, I like Brian. I think he's good at what he does. Again, I'm a fan of you as well. But bro, you have to understand what you said in that pod, in that session with Logan. You did come across a bit bad. You came across wrong.
Well, he came across bitter, bruv. He came across
like you looked very sour, and your excuse was he beat Ricky Hatton.
Oh, come on, man.
That's not the reason, bro.
Bev. And even when he even made excuses for that fight. He even made excuses for that. I can't remember what he said, but it made excuses for Hatton losing that. Come on, bruv. Just settle, man. Anyway,
like even when Logan was saying, and you can read body language, you can read someone's face, for example. Logan is saying to Brian, Floyd is the best, Floyd is this and that, he's the GOAT of our generation. And he doesn't really want to agree. He's Again, you said it, he's sour, bitter, whatever. And I just don't get it. I don't understand why someone's on-camera personality makes you hate someone so much. Bruv, support it.
Yeah.
And if you're not going to support it, don't act like you're jealous or you know the guy personally.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? The guy has done a lot for the sport. Again, but this is what I'm saying. I am getting defensive over a sport I love. You don't love it the way I do. You don't study it the way we do. You don't enjoy it the way we do. You don't watch it the way we do. You don't breathe it the way we do. Do you get what I'm saying? So I can understand that, maybe you don't understand Floyd the way that other people do. If you understand the sport of boxing, yes, every fighter has done something wrong in their career, business-wise, whatever, when it comes to TV channels, commercial deals, this, that. But then again, they mentioned one point about Floyd not having any brand deals. Floyd didn't want brand deals.
I lie.
It wasn't that he didn't get.
Stupid
Are
things
you
to mention.
crazy to think that Floyd never got offered brand deals because he was dealing with strippers? Floyd only started this business recently. It's not like he's had it.
Do you see what I'm trying to say? I just don't get. It's really stupid points that he made. Like you said, it's just face value Google stuff. That was well put.
I don't know. It frustrates me.
Yeah, you're fuming.
You need to understand that. You need to understand that. Yes, Logan can improve, and if he wins, he wins. And I'll bite my words, and you can come back to this and say, Cash, you were wrong. I you know what I mean. If he wins, he wins. Congratulations. I don't care if who wins or who doesn't. You sound
bitter, blood. No, but I see what you're saying.
No, I don't mind. Like,
some respect
it doesn't. But
on
you
the
need
man's name.
Yes. Yeah.
But the thing is, as Logan Paul, you shouldn't be putting any respect on it.
No, I'm not saying Logan should.
My man should.
Everyone else should.
He just seemed like he was not really.
If you're not involved in the fight, you're not part of the team.
What's his name? Barry.
Brian.
The whatever.
I'd love to see you two scrap.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm sorry. It was not even a contest, blood. I'll pam him, blood. Man, don't come around me lifting weights like say. Nah, have you seen him in the beginning when he hits the bag? Zero technique, bruv. Oh, what you mean, bruv?
Let's get that celebrity
Anyway,
fight done.
let's do it, bruv. Let's do it.
Can we
My
split-
knee's bullied, but I'm gonna.
Can we split your purse?
No. You're gonna fight someone else.
I'll fight his guy. He's got a guy.
Fight his guy.
I forgot his. I like the guy as well. The guy he's on. I'll show you. Just 1 second, yeah. This guy's like 5 foot, bruv. I'll definitely fight him, bruv. I'll perm him, bruv. True Geordie. What's this guy's name?
I know. Wait, I finish his. I finish him off. I don't come with this.
This guy. I forgot his name now, man.
Genuinely looks like Frodo Baggins, bruv.
I forgot his name now. It's so annoying.
Frodo.
The guy who works with True Geordie. Anyway.
Put his picture up in it. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'd probably pamper you 100%, but I'm gonna keep it humble. But it doesn't matter. We're not here about that. We're not here for this. Yeah, Mayweather. Logan has the right to do this stuff because it's just trash talk and it's getting in his own head in the sense that he wants to mentally say, "Yo, of course I could do this." Do you get me? But it did seem like Geordie was just a little bit of a bag, bro. You're my mate. You're my best friend now. Like, it's good to see a mate doing this, bruv. Relax, man.
Yeah. If you beat him, I can say one of my mates beat him. I'm putting money on you. I'm betting on you.
Yeah, bruv.
Like, calm down a bit. Like, only a couple of years ago, you were saying he's one of the worst humans you've ever known. And
serious.
over that
crazy.
Japan thing and stuff, innit?
Yeah.
And it was a big topic and stuff. And you know, you're seeing him do well now. I don't know. I'm not saying anything, but it is what it is.
100% is, blood.
One thing I didn't like, and I was like, yo, these guys are literally looking at it on face value, like they don't know anything. True, again, Geordie was coming out saying, this is my game plan. I think you should go in there and do some. I don't know why my throat keeps getting so dry. Literally so dry. He was saying you should let him bring the fight to you. And then the fans will get onto him if he doesn't fight his fight.
Waffle.
Or whatnot. Whatever it was something along them lines where the fans will begin to boo Floyd. And then Logan was like,
because Floyd's used to being loved by everyone.
And Logan was like, and look, the fans are booing you. And I'm like, bro, do you know who Floyd is?
He thrives off being hated.
Since the De La Hoya fight, he has been the villain of boxing. It's what he does. He doesn't care. Bro, he doesn't want to be cheered. He would rather be booed. He doesn't like being cheered. It's true. He wants you to hate him.
It's true. Coming out of Mexican garbs and on Cinco de Mayo.
Come on.
All of this is it's a slapping it, like he knows what he's doing. It's just stupid. Again, it's
like they thought they got under his skin with the hat, and look how angry he was.
Okay, like, so he was angry, but 100% he capitalized on the situation.
100%.
I'm absolutely certain Mayweather just said, you know what?
Nothing's happening. It's dry right now.
This is genius. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him. Do you understand? Like
can I be honest?
For real,
can I be honest?
If it wasn't planned,
is that the worst thing that's happened to Floyd in his career? Are you insane?
Have you seen put his head? Even that, it was a bit of a vial, innit?
Have you seen some of the press conferences he's been part of?
Yeah.
The Victor Ortiz one, for example.
There you go.
That McGregor one, for example. The De La Hoya one. Hatton for it. Like, these guys just have tried to get under his skin. They've done worse than take a hat off his head.
Got your hat.
Because he's got hair transplant. He got angry about. And they believe that he was so mad. Bro, you do not know Floyd.
He just basically...
This is the game he wants to play. And he's...
immediately saw pound signs and thought, yeah, dollar signs. Okay, we can run with this. This is an opportunity.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you think if security didn't want to pam him, he wouldn't.
It would have been...
They would have destroyed him.
They said the opposite of what I believe is true.
What?
Geordie said that he made himself look like an idiot by reacting like that.
No.
Are you dumb? He would have been an idiot for not capitalizing.
Thank you. He is so smart. Again, I genuinely believe this. I'm not the biggest fan of Mayweather, but he's so smart that he did this reaction off the cuff in order to increase everything and make himself look stupid, but to increase like sales.
He got more eyes on it.
110%.
Like, be honest, the fight got cancelled in February because no one was interested.
That's crazy.
The fight got postponed to June when it's happening now. And again, it's not as big as people would have expected. That's me being honest. I thought, everybody's going to be talking about it.
It's crazy.
It wasn't that big, and the press conference was really dry. Like, it was them two standing for about 10 minutes cussing each other.
You're short, you're tall. You're short, you're tall. Like, it was weird, man.
And then, I'm going to do this for Japan. And then, I know what you did to Japan. I know what you did to your wife. And like, these kind of things there.
So dead. The jabs were whack. Like, if it was all cack. It was all dead.
Jake Paul basically done you a favour.
Yeah, 110%.
And then Floyd capitalised on it.
You owe him 20% of royalties.
I don't know, man. I don't really agree with what these men were on. it just got me frustrated because a lot of casuals are believing in the hype.
No, but I had this conversation with you. There are some people that are like, but what if? And obviously, what if with everybody? What if with everybody? And every single fight that Mayweather's got in, maybe for the past 15 fights, I've been like, listen, this could be it. This could be apart from Berto. Sorry. No disrespect, but like we know that that was such a random choice.
That was just. I want to just chill for a bit, you know. Yeah. Just chill, make some bread and cut. You know what I mean? Like, and they were talking about. They mentioned the Berto fight, and they're like, he only did 400,000 buys.
Yeah, only did 400,000 buys. His fault.
Only did 400.
Single-handedly, no one.
Only did 400,000 buys at $69.99. Yeah, $70.
Oh, $69.
They tried to compare that to Logan and KSI, who did it at $20. $19.99. Come on, brother. Come on, brother.
It's the same thing. He actually did better. It's actually better.
Yeah. Think about it.
That's mad.
Berto wasn't a genius. Berto wasn't a superstar. Berto isn't a superstar. Berto was very well known a couple years ago. Then he got panned and it dipped.
Yeah.
Floyd took Berto at the end of his career for whatever reason. Whatever, it gave Berto a bit more life. But Floyd basically did that fight by himself at the end of his career after he'd beaten Pacquiao. That's what everyone wanted to see. Do you get what I'm saying?
I think.
And he did 400K by himself.
Basically, essentially by himself. Yeah, exactly.
At $69.99, you got to remember the pricing of it. So Floyd would have made about 1.3 million from that, and in terms of buys.
Yeah.
Equivalent to their 1.3 million
exactly
buys. Like, it doesn't make sense.
It's literally the same amount, basically.
Yeah.
That's mad, bruv. I bet you do 1.3 million. How do you even do that?
I'll do 69. I'll do 70 times by 400,000.
Okay, so you give me the bigger number, 1.3. That's how you do it. 1.3 0 0 0 0 0. There you go.
Yep, times 20.
Times 20.
26.
28. Blood, that's 28. Crazy. 26 million, 28 million.
So there you go.
So Floyd, I beg you put down the thing, respond, man. Say, listen, that 26 for you.
I will.
Do it,
Floyd
man.
made more fighting Andre Berto.
We know numbers.
With less than half of their pay-per-view buys.
That's crazy, blood.
Come on, please don't come at me.
Don't try cash,
don't at me when it comes to Floyd. I'm sorry. He's not even my favourite fighter.
Yeah, I know, it's mad. He damned your favourite fighter.
He beat my favourite fighter. But it's just, and he ducked my favourite fighter.
Yeah, you just can't say that, though. I hear that. I hear what you're saying.
But come on, it's
Khan.
Yeah, he ducked Khan and he beat Canelo. Those are my two favourite fighters. It's like you just can't carry on with this conversation.
It's crazy.
Your points are all flawed.
Floyd.
So, but if Logan wins, then Logan wins, innit?
If Logan wins, then hats off to him. It's unbelievable. But
if Logan wins, bro, I'm sending my CV. Hire me, please. I'll be part of the team.
Let me be an editor.
But I'm just trying to remember if there's anything else on that I want to talk about.
Okay.
Sorry. It is. All right. That was it. It was that. Yeah, it was that. Yeah, that's fine.
Well, we can stay on the pool domain.
Yeah, we'll talk about the pools because
just today, which is yesterday.
I told him, bro.
It's an announcement. So we know that my man, Jake Paul, signed with HBO. No,
Showtime.
With Showtime. Showtime as well. Yeah. Jake Paul signed a contract with Showtime. This is like last week, really, isn't it? Now, just today was announced that there's some, not unfinished business, but there's some sort of score to settle. And, retired UFC. Well, he got cut. Tyron Woodley is taking him on in a boxing match. Tyron Woodley, 40, is he 40 on the dot?
I think he's 40 now, yeah.
40 years old, yeah. He's taking on Jake. Oh, bro, that guy you could say he's flipping 22, and I believe you. Tyron Woodley is taking on Jake Paul in boxing, pure boxing.
190 pounds.
190
I don't know how many rounds it will be. I don't think it's going to be 12. It'll be like 8 or 10.
It can't be 12. It can't be 12. I just thought, has Jake Paul's fights ever been 12? What was the Ben one?
I think Ben was 8.
It will be 8 rounds, I think. I think 8 to 10 maximum. And that's just a mad. Again, it's I hate to admit this stuff, but it's slowly making Jake Paul seem more and more legit.
Yeah, of course.
Not even if he loses, He dared to be great. He tried to take on a veteran in the UFC who is known for his striking. You see what I'm trying to say?
No, it's good.
Striking, but you know,
again,
hand striking.
Again, we can't get carried away because the key word there, MMA fighter.
Yeah, no, 100%. But don't make that excuse for him because Tyron Woodley has a he has a background in boxing. Do you get me? Mm-hmm. He has a background in boxing. Like Ben Askren could not do this. Ben Askren could not turn on the boxing mind and turn off the wrestling mind. Do you get me? He had to learn new patterns of movement completely. Tyron Woodley doesn't have to. He's got them. Go look at him on the patch.
I'm gonna have to put chewing gum in my mouth.
He's dying. This guy's dying.
My throat's so dry.
Switch off the AC then, or are you too hot? Go.
Come.
And then I'm not gonna lie, I'm slightly chapping, but it's cool. I can deal with it. Chapples. So yeah, it's Tyron Woodley's not. He's not a joke, man. He's not a joke. If you're taking him on his past 5 fights or whatever, where he's gotten beaten up, he's got beaten up. He's
3.
No, but I'm just saying 5 in general. I'm just saying
just a random number. Yeah.
You know, he's not performed well. But blood, against who? Against big, huge names. Huge names. And again, they're also good with the striking.
I'm just saying, let's put it in perspective though. Let's keep everything in context, yeah? It's a huge step up, and for someone who hasn't been boxing for years, someone who's literally just turned into a combat athlete.
Yeah,
he's fit, and he's been fit, and he used to wrestle and stuff like that, that's fine. But someone who used to party and drink and go out crazy and be a creator and content creator, someone to jump into combat sports like that and take on Tyron Woodley in their 3rd fight.
Yeah.
I hold my hands up and say, yeah, that's amazing. It's a big risk.
Yeah.
But again, if he does win, because it's a huge possibility he might win.
Yeah.
Don't get too gassed. That's just my words, not to you, but in general.
I hear you.
I know there will be a lot of D riders who will say, but he beat Ben Askren and now he beat Tyron Woodley.
I'm sorry, man. It's not really.
Boxing is a different game. It is. We've seen when TJ Dillashaw, who was known to have quick hands and good hands and whatnot, sparred Lomachenko. What happened?
Crazy.
There's levels. There's levels to this game.
It's basically how I tried to come up with some sort of example of what it's like, but you're throwing out all your tools and you're keeping one for somebody that's his only tool. Do you get me? It's completely different, but it's not Jake Paul's only tool. It's the only tool he knows, but he just hasn't got a perfect tool. He hasn't got a perfect tool yet. He's not a perfect boxer. We know that he's not great. Tyron Woodley, I believe, is better even as he is right now. Does that make sense?
Then Jake.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if Jake wins it, I will. It's not even like, oh, I'm going to eat my words. No, I will be happy for the guy. I'll be like, right, you are legit. You're more and more. You're closer and closer. You're coming closer to legitimizing yourself and solidifying yourself as a genuine boxer.
He's doing what he has to do.
So I have to respect him. I have to respect him.
No one can take away anything from him.
You know, it's mad. It's mad. It's crazy what they're doing. That family there are just geniuses. I think beyond anything in boxing or YouTube, their minds are phenomenal, man. 100%. These guys are genius.
Marketing machines, bro.
110%.
Marketing machines.
Yeah. What on this weekend? Any UFC this weekend coming up?
So obviously this weekend we've obviously got Floyd and Logan Paul.
Yeah, be watching
the boxing, and then let me double check with the UFC or any MMA this weekend.
You're so fast. Okay, yeah, Rosenstruck Sakai.
Yeah, Jorginho's back. Walt Harris is back.
Tibura
and Ponzinibbio is back as well.
Oh no way! Oh yeah, there you go.
So yeah, good fights.
Oh, Todorovic is sick. I like that guy a lot. He lost his last fight, didn't he?
Dushko.
Yeah.
Dushko. Todorovic.
Yeah, the guy he's fighting looks exactly like him.
So Gregory Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Yeah, Todorovic. Yeah, lost his last fight, but he was 10-1. He was undefeated.
There you go. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So solid. That's looking like a good card. It's looking like a good card, and it's good that the boxing goes on Sunday because we're gonna
watch
both
without having to switch channels.
But those are the main things we wanted to cover. The shock was Tyron Woodley, Jake Paul fight. It's massive for both really. Like Tyron Woodley said, biggest payday, easiest fight ever. I'll probably, what did he say? Get it done in 2 rounds, something like that. Or my man said that. He goes, Jake Paul said, if I beat you in 2 rounds, you would have lost to a Disney World actor or whatever. I don't know what he's called, but he worked for the Disney Channel. So it's crazy. Like these guys are just, they've just turned into savages. I have to rate them. I have to rate it, but yeah, it is what it is, man.
Guys, before you go, please
don't forget to block us and report us.
To block and report. Make sure you subscribe to the channel.
Absolutely.
All our media, social medias will be in our link tree, which will be in the description below. We are on Google and Apple Podcasts, also on Spotify,
Lotify, Shopify.
So make sure whatever you do, you comment down below, hit the thumbs up, like the thing, like it, and share it.
Share it.
Like it.
Share it.
Share it. Why is he frozen?
That's when I put the clip in.
You don't need to freeze because it just does it.
Frozen.
But yeah,
that's it,
guys. Episode 50.
2 more and we hit a year.
Episode 50, bruv. 50 weeks, man. 50 years. I've gone grey.
50 weeks, baby.
Tony Weeks, baby. Guys, like, comment, subscribe, share, shwar, shweer. Do it all, yeah? Because it's been 50 weeks. Genuinely, I've been thinking, blood, we need to keep doing this. Subscribe. Subscribe. I'm not going to stop pushing for subscriptions. Subscribe.
Before we start charging you $69.99.
Before we start charging you $69.99 and making 28 mil.